Hello, and welcome to Weekly Woodworking Wrap-Up Review. It's January something 2014. I'm David Pachuto, the drunken woodworker. Just drinking some Yingling, not woodworking today. Never drink while woodworking. Never take cold medicine while woodworking. Never shoot heroin before or during woodworking. Let's get started by showing you a picture that Kyle sent me, his version of the Chicago box. Turned out really good. Chuck, if you could just zoom in on that for the viewers there. And as you can see on the front there's some techniques that I have never seen done in bandsaw box making. So keep it up, Kyle. So what's happened in the past week? Steve Ramsey of Woodworking for Mere Mortals, he had another pallet project, a rustic pallet bath cabinet. But check out the video. I like it. I like his project. I've actually got two pallets that I'm keeping in the garage. I'm gonna save for some sort of pallet project. I don't know what I'm gonna build with it yet, but I'm thinking about taking them out of the garage and letting them sit outside for a few months in weather. What should I make with it? Have you seen this? Think Woodworks had a drill powered scroll saw. Yes, a homemade DIY scroll saw powered by a drill. Look at this. That's crazy. You should go check that out. Links down below. Boom. The Carmichel workshop. He made a tie hanger. This was an original design by him. He says he doesn't have many ties. I don't have many ties either. I like to tie one on. Check this out on Juxtapose's website. Realistic wood carvings of newspapers, comic books, box of money. When you first look at it, you would think that you're looking at a box of money or a pile of comic books, but he actually is carving this out of wood. Check out this link, see some before and afters of it. Good stuff. I always like boxes of money. Tom, over at Tom's Workbench, he has a new poll up this week. It is, do you like having your work critiqued? Well, do you? I do, but it's really hard to get a meaningful critique. If I make something and I show my girlfriend, I show my mom, I show my friends, they're all like, oh, that's real good, I like what you do. That's not a good critique. Also, posting stuff up on YouTube and the internets, people are like, oh, you suck, what? Go kill yourself. That's also not a very good critique. I think it's really hard to get good critiques. I do like my work critiqued, but I like honest words. I like what you did here, but have you thought about doing this? Try this, or have you thought of this? You know, that's the kind of critique that I like. Somebody looking at my work and giving me feedback. Doesn't have to be positive feedback. Doesn't have to be negative feedback. I just want real, honest feedback. So I do like my work critiqued. Check out that poll. Answer the question here at this link. Chris Wong over at Flair Woodworks, he's still got the sign-ups for the shop stool build-off. I have signed up for it. I have a design in my head. That starts, I think, January 26th, 25th, somewhere around there. Check out the link for actual dates. I don't recall. I don't have it on my monitor. I don't have it on this piece. I don't have the date with me, but I think it's January 25th or 26th. Check it out. Sign up. Make yourself a stool. Showed you last week. I'm using a drum throne. Don't like it. I did not do much this week in the shop. I made a shelf for my office. Walnut. It's very simple. What is not simple is hanging a shelf in 80-year-old plaster walls. Can't find the studs. A couple weeks ago, I ordered a lathe from Woodcraft when they had them on sale. It has not arrived yet. Woodcraft, what's taking so long? Get Woodworking Week is coming up. That is February 2nd. Through the 8th. What is Get Woodworking Week? It is something that Tom Iovino at Tom's Workbench made up. But it's a very well thought out, good thing that he made up. It encourages people to get into woodworking. What I'm going to do for Get Woodworking Week this year, which is February 2nd through the 8th, is I'm going to come up and design plans for beginning woodworkers that take a minimum amount of tools. A little scroll saw and a drill. I'm going to limit myself to these two tools and come up with a project, put up some free plans, and a video for Get Woodworking Week with these two tools. Now it's time for the mailbox. This is where you send emails to me asking me questions about anything. About me, about woodworking, about whatever. Matt writes and asks, I would love to see an overview of your workbench. That's this guy right here. My workbench is nothing special. It's big and heavy. There's two rules that I broke while making this workbench. One, don't use white pine. The top of my workbench, white pine. I'm assuming people say don't use white pine because it's so soft and it dents easy. It's a workbench. It's okay to dent. Mine's laminated. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 25, 26 boards. White pine at Home Depot. So cheap. Each board was like $1.80. On the front and backs, I have some Purple Heart. The reason for the Purple Heart is I just wanted a harder wood on the outside that could take a beating. I hate Purple Heart. Son of a bitch, do I hate Purple Heart. It's hard to work with. It burns easy because it's so hard and dense. My blades don't like it. Ugh, don't like working with Purple Heart. Looks beautiful, don't like working with it. The vise, a Veritas, one of the cheapest ones around. Drill a dog hole in the vise, 2 dog holes in the bench. I drill the dog holes as I need them. And I've had this bench for about a year, and I've only needed these 2 dog holes. If I need another one somewhere else, I'll drill a hole in the bench just for that project. The base is pretty simple, just made out of construction wood that I got from Home Depot. The L-style legs glued and screwed together. The other rule that I broke while making this workbench is I made it very wide. Christopher Schwartz says don't make your workbench too wide because you're always reaching over. I needed a large workspace because my workbench is also my assembly table. Sometimes it's my desk. Sometimes I make little YouTube videos while sitting behind my workbench. We're at 28 inches wide, 58 inches in length, at a height 35 inches. I like my workbench a lot. I'm very happy with it. 2 things that I would change about it is I would have a tool trough. Right now everything sits on the bench and it's always in the way. The other thing is more storage on the bottom, which I can change. I'm going to put drawers in the bottom. Right now I just have a shelf where I keep all my hand planes. I'm going to put 2 drawers in there and make use of good space. Solid as hell. Sturdy, hard to move, great workbench. Email me more questions to david@drunkenwoodworker.com. Podcasts that happened in the past week. Wood Talk number 165, A Zen Moment. Shop Talk Live by the fine woodworking kids called Power Tool Power. They do talk about workbenches in there, and in there they say don't use white pine. Suck it, boys. Suck it. Next Monday, I'm releasing a video on my Chicago box. It's a how-to video from start to finish on how to make the Chicago bandsaw box. Subscribe to my YouTube video. Follow me on Tumblr. Friend me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. I'm on Google+. Do not find me on LinkedIn. Find me on Pinterest. That about wraps it up for the weekly woodworking wrap-up review show. Join me next week as, you know what? I don't know what we have going on next week because the week hasn't happened yet. So, send your emails to david@drunkenwoodworker.com. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching.